Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to do my National Championship preview for the National Championship game on Monday night between the, I believe, 8th seed Ohio State versus 7th seed Notre Dame at 7:30 p.m. on Monday night. I think it's going to be a very good championship game. Ohio State definitely had the harder path to get here. They had to play Tennessee, Texas. Who else did they play? Oregon. And they just dominated their first two opponents. Texas, they were in a dogfight with Texas, but they eventually pulled it out. They got a touchdown, take the lead, and the Jack Sawyer with that strip sack fumble returns for a touchdown. Pretty much put the nail in the coffin on that one. So that's how Ohio State got here. Notre Dame, they beat Indiana, Georgia, and Penn State. That's how they got here. I think they kind of had the easier path than Ohio State, but that Penn State game, I picked Notre Dame, but I wasn't confident they would beat Penn State. But they did. Their offense come alive in the second half of that game. When they needed to the most, and their defense made some plays, forced a big turnover, and Mitch Jeter makes that field goal. So Notre Dame only lost one game this season. So far, they was to Northern Illinois. But somehow, Ohio State's only 2 losses. Ended up coming to Oregon and Michigan, but they got their revenge on Oregon. So I think Ohio State has the better roster. No one knows about the rosters here. Look, Ohio State has the better roster. That's not a guarantee they'll win, but with this much talent, that good of a roster, there's no excuse to lose this. The receiver man, Jeremiah Smith, they need to get him more involved. I don't like how they didn't have him much involved against Texas. They have Carnell Tate and Mika Buka. The running game with Travion Henderson and Quinshaw Judkins. Their offensive lines might have been much better than I thought it would. I like how their defenses perform. So I think it's going to be a really fun championship. But Notre Dame's needs to exploit. I don't know. There's not many weaknesses this Ohio State team has. So I don't know what weaknesses you could exploit. To be honest, I don't know what you can exploit. Jeremiah Love's going to have a big game if he's 100% healthy. So I don't think he was 100% healthy for that game last week, but he made a hell of a play to get a touchdown in that one. They don't have as much talented receivers Ohio State does. Jaden Greathouse, Jaden Thomas. At running back, Aeneas Thomas, along with Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price. Not as much talent offensively, but their defense is really good. Like, their defense has been very good these whole playoffs. Both these defenses have been very good these whole playoffs. But I think the key is Riley Leonard. You can't turn the football over. Like, 2 interceptions last week. You can't afford to turn the football over in this one, man. You can't afford to turn it over. You got lucky with the turnovers last week that didn't come back to bite them. So they can't afford to turn the football over. It's the same with Ohio State. Will Howard didn't read the field as well in that game against Texas. So he's going to have to read the field better. Because the Notre Dame defense, despite injuries, they have some key guys injured. But their defense is still really good. And neither team can afford to make mistakes turning the football over. Both defenses are very good. took Ryan Day, trying to win the national championship. Which, that'd be interesting, because I thought he would get freaking fired, but now he's on the potentially going to win the national championship game. Which is kind of crazy. And Marcus Freeman, very good guy, and imagine if he wins that natty in his 3rd year at Notre Dame. But I'm going to make my prediction. I'm going to say Ohio State wins. I think it'll be a very close game. Notre Dame isn't as talented, but I think it'll be a close game. I feel like their defense is going to keep it close. But I just think the talent of Ohio State is going to be too much for them. With Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Egbuka, Judkins, Henderson. I think the offensive talent is just going to be too much. Notre Dame's going to have to come out firing, because Ohio State, the past 3 games, has really come out firing offensively. So Notre Dame's going to have to come out firing offensively as well, and try and do their best defensively on Jeremiah Smith, and try and do what Texas did. But don't leave the other receivers open to you. Y'all focus on Egbuka and Carnell Tate. But I'm going to say Ohio State wins. I'm going to say they'll win 27-20. Buckeyes. So yeah, that's my pick. So until next time out, peace.